Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn about something super cool and really important, plants. Plants are found everywhere, and we can classify them into two main types, terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Let's start with terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants have roots that grow into the soil to absorb water and nutrients. They have stems that help support the plant and leaves that use sunlight to make food through a process called photosynthesis. We're going to explore the amazing world of terrestrial plants and learn about where they grow. Terrestrial plants grow on land, and they can be found in lots of different places like mountains, plains, hot and damp areas, deserts, and marshy areas. Let's take a closer look at each one. What does terrestrial mean? It means these plants live on land, not in water. They're amazing because they've found ways to survive in all sorts of places, from freezing mountains to hot, dry deserts. Let's start with plants that live in cold, mountainous areas. These plants are tall and straight, looking a bit like big green cones. They have special needle-like leaves that help them survive the cold weather and strong winds. We call these plants conifers, and some examples are pine trees, fir trees, cedars, and spruces. Now let's talk about plants that live on flat lands or plains. These plants have lots of branches and big, flat leaves. They love spreading out and soaking up the sun. But when winter comes, they shed their leaves to save energy. We call these plants deciduous trees. Some examples are banyan trees, neem trees, sal trees, shisham trees, mango trees, and peepal trees. Next up are plants that live in hot and damp places. These plants are lucky because they have lots of water and sunshine. They have big, green leaves, and they never lose their leaves, even in winter. We call them evergreen trees. Let's move to a very different place, the desert. Deserts are hot and dry, with very little water. Plants that live there have to be super smart to survive. They often have no leaves or have leaves that have turned into sharp spines to save water. Their stems are often green and thick because they store water and food. Cacti and prickly pear plants are famous desert dwellers. Palm trees can also live in some deserts. Finally, let's talk about plants that live in swampy, watery areas. These plants have a tough job because their roots are always in water. Some of these plants are called mangroves. They have special roots that stick out of the water to help them breathe. Let's check out some cool plant facts. Mountain plants. Did you know some plants can grow right on the sides of cliffs? How awesome is that? Plains plants. Prairie grasses have super long roots that can grow over 6 feet deep. That's as tall as a grown-up. Rainforest plants. In rainforests, some trees grow so tall they reach above all the other trees. It's like they're reaching for the sky. Desert plants. The saguaro cactus is amazing. It can live for over 200 years. That's older than your great-great-grandparents. Marsh plants. Mangroves are really important because they help protect coastlines from big storms. They're like nature's bodyguards. Let's do a quick recap. Terrestrial plants, which grow on land, are incredibly diverse and have adapted to thrive in various environments. From the strong, deep-rooted pine trees on cool, windy mountains, to the vast fields of grasses and crops in the moderate climates of the plains, each plant has unique characteristics. In hot and humid rainforests, plants like ferns and orchids use their large leaves to capture sunlight, while in harsh deserts, cacti store water in their thick stems and have spines to reduce water loss. Marshy areas host plants like cattails and mangroves that have special adaptations to survive in waterlogged soil. Each of these plants plays a crucial role in their ecosystems, providing oxygen, food, and habitat. In our next video, we will dive into the fascinating world of aquatic plants and explore how they adapt to living in water. Until then, happy learning!